In this demonstration, we'll show you how to search for portal content, show you some of the tools available to you in terms of filtering as well as sorting your data. So you can see in this case I've already logged in to ArcGIS Pro, and in doing so I've also logged into ArcGIS Online. I've got my catalog pane active and I've selected the portal tab. On the portal tab, of course, we have the different collections that you can access. Right now I've got ArcGIS Online as my active collection button. And so the way that most search works for doing portal searches is to enter a search term. So for example, if I were searching for wildfire data, I can hit wildfire. I can just type in wildfire, hit the enter key on my keyboard. And what that will do is then filter by the keyword that I've entered. And you can see I've got a lot of different content here, a lot of different types, including feature layers, tile layers. You can mouse over any of these to get an idea or feel for what the type is. Some of these, the little icon that you see here with a document and a cloud, these are things like story maps, and they can even be files like PowerPoint files or perhaps even Word files. Anytime you see this particular icon, it's simply telling you that for this particular icon, that's not content that you're going to be able to add into ArcGIS Pro. It will still find that content through ArcGIS Online or your active portal, but this is not going to be the type of content that you can add into ArcGIS Pro. And again, it's going to be things like story maps, file types like PowerPoint files and things of that nature. You can see as I'm kind of mousing over these that most of these are referring to story maps that have been added to ArcGIS Online. Now at the bottom, of course, eventually you're going to run out of items. Right now there's a lot of items because I really haven't filtered by anything other than a key term. There's a Find More Items button at the bottom, and that will essentially add additional content to what you see here in your search results. Now it's typically best to filter if you can. So there is a filter button. If you click on the filter button, this allows you to filter in different ways. The most common way of filtering is going to be by item type. So for example, if I just want to see web maps, I can click on web maps, and you can see at this point that it's now filtered by wildfire and web map. And so what you're seeing now are simply web maps that can be added to your ArcGIS Pro project. Still a lot of content here. In a lot of cases, that's just because I've entered a very broad search term. I'm also using the ArcGIS Online content, which has just a lot of content in general. So don't be alarmed if you see lots of different content here. But the filter button allows you to filter in different ways, right? So I could also filter by layer, right? Maybe I just want to see feature layers. All right, so that filters out by feature layers, and then I can add these individual layers to my map either by dragging and dropping or by right-clicking and selecting add to current map or add to new map. All right, so you can add this content directly into your ArcGIS Pro project from there. Now you can also sort as well. So there's a search or a sort function that allows you to search by different items here: date modified, title, owner, most and least recent. So I might sort this by title. All right, and then that allows me to sort my data by title. All right, so there's different ways of sorting here. Relevance is going to be based on your keyword. And you can see at the top here, I've got USA current wildfires, wildfire hazard potential, wildfire perimeter. So those are, because I searched for relevance in this case, it's going to be based solely on my keyword that I've entered here. But you got lots of different ways that you can sort your data. If you need to clear the search term, there's a little X here that allows you to clear the search term. The little arrow, recent search arrow, allows you to, each time you type a search term, it's going to add it to your recent searches. So you can go back in here and re-enter a different search term just by pointing and clicking. Now when you switch to a different collection, right now I'm on the ArcGIS Online collection. If you switch to a different collection like Living Atlas, what you'll see is that as soon as you switch to a different collection, your filters have become reset. And so basically it takes off any filters. And then from there, you're going to need to reset any filters. So if I've switched over to Living Atlas and now I just want to see feature layers by Living Atlas, all right, I can click on that. But you do need to reset your filter terms anytime you switch to a different collection. All right, so hopefully this gives you a pretty decent introduction to searching for data through the catalog portal tab. This again will search either whatever your active portal is, either ArcGIS Online, which is how I'm logged in right now, or if you're using your organization's active portal, it'll search that as well. So it's whatever your active portal happens to be. That's it for this time. Thanks for joining me.